Hi, I'm Jerry James Stone, and today's video is brought to you by Yellowbird Hot Sauce. So I'm going to use their delicious Sriracha to make Sriracha-Glazed Tater Tots, but not just Sriracha-Glazed Tater Tots. I'm actually going to make them into nachos. Yeah, so Sriracha-Glazed Tater Tots Nachos, or Totchos if you want to call them that. So let's get cooking. Okay, so to make this recipe, I'm gonna start off by making the glaze. It's just a really simple glaze. I have a little bit of honey that I've warmed up in a saute pan, and I'm just gonna add in the Yellowbird Sriracha hot sauce. Just a couple tablespoons of that. And the reason I'm doing this honey Sriracha glaze is I'm gonna bake my tater tots, and then I'm gonna toss them with the glaze, and then put them back in the oven just to bake on that glaze a little bit. So I want something that's gonna stick to it. So the honey will kind of help with that. Also, the honey is gonna help kind of offset the vinegariness you kind of get in the hot sauce, which sort of balances out for the nachos. So just go ahead and mix this all together. So we have our simple glaze. Now I'm gonna go ahead and bake the tater tots. So I have a sheet pan here, and I've lined it with parchment paper, and I've spread the tater tots out in a single even layer. That's really important when you're baking tater tots, or actually pretty much anything. So it's an even single layer, and I'm gonna bake them at 450 degrees for about 20 minutes, just until they're nice and crispy. Okay, so I have baked the tater tots. Like I said, we bake them at 450 for about 20 minutes. They have a nice golden brown hue to them. They look delicious, they smell delicious. So now we're gonna transfer them to a mixing bowl where I'm gonna mix in the glaze. Now you wanna be careful doing this because now that they're baked and not frozen, you don't wanna squish them, right? You want them to keep their form. They should be okay, you just wanna be a little gentle when you're doing this part. Okay, just get all those tater tots into the mixing bowl. There we go. Okay, so now we're gonna add the Yellowbird Sriracha glaze to our tater tots. I'm just gonna toss them a few times just to get as much of the glaze spread around. They don't have to be evenly coated. The key here is to be gentle with the tots. That's good enough. Okay, let's go ahead and bake on this glaze. Okay, so I've lightly coated the tater tots with the glaze. Now I'm just gonna put them back onto the baking sheet, this time without the parchment paper. Hopefully you didn't turn that oven off. You're just gonna let them bake again at 450 where it was set before, but this time just for a couple minutes just to kind of bake the glaze on. Also this time it's not as important that they're in an even layer. You just kind of pile them on because after they bake with the glaze, we're gonna top on the cheese sauce and everything else. Okay, let's put these back in the oven just for a few minutes. Okay, so while our tater tots are baking, let's go ahead and make our cheese sauce. So I'm gonna start off by melting some butter. Once that's fully melted, I'm gonna add in some minced garlic. Saute the garlic around in that pan. It smells so good. Okay, so the garlic's in there. Now I'm gonna add in some green chilies. Just a can of diced green chilies. Make sure that they're properly strained before you add them in. Saute all that, get everything mixed together, the garlic and the butter and the green chilies. Now to add in some flour. I like to sift my flour in just to kind of get it evenly spread throughout the pan when I'm making a cheese sauce. So I just kind of add it in and sift it. Helps break it up a little bit, makes it easier to incorporate. Okay, so the flour is completely incorporated to the other ingredients, and now I'm gonna add in the milk. Let's go ahead and pour that in. Mix everything together. And what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna bring that to a low simmer. So the reason you wanna do this, you wanna cook that flour so it doesn't taste doughy, right? So I'm just gonna bring that to a low simmer and just over a medium high heat. So the sauce has been simmering. We've cooked it for a couple minutes. And as I mentioned, the reason you wanna do that is you need to cook that flour. If you don't, it's gonna make your sauce kind of doughy tasting. So cook that flour, it's simmered. Now we're gonna turn off the heat and remove it from the heat and mix in our cheese. Now, I like to use the heat from the pan in this process, but it can be a little tricky because if you have too much heat in the sauce while you're adding in the shredded cheese, that sauce can break, and then you're gonna have these cheese fats and cheese solids, and it's just gonna be kind of a hot mess. So I recommend, if you're not too experienced with making cheese sauces, to remove the pan from the heat and then add in the the cheese, just, you know, a handful at a time, mix it in, and just kind of keep incorporating it until it's nice and smooth and delicious. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm gonna add in the cheese, kind of swirl it around a little bit, add in some more cheese. There you go, so you can kind of see it coming together, right? Okay, so our cheese sauce is made, so now it's time for the tater tots. They're perfectly glazed with that Yellowbird Sriracha glaze that I made. It's gonna be just amazing. Okay, so now we're just gonna go ahead and dress those tater tots. So add in cheese sauce, chopped up green chilies make it a little chunky, but they also make it really delicious. Okay, add in some sour cream, some pico de gallo, and what's nachos without avocado, right? Go ahead and get a few slices of that on there. Okay, so that's how you go ahead and make tater tot nachos. Now, these are super tasty. I love the sriracha from Yellowbird. It's, for one, this is a organic sriracha sauce. I also think it's a lot better than that other brand that people use. Just want to point that out. But this glaze is wonderful. It makes the tater tots just like kind of sweet and spicy. If you don't even want to make the Tatchos, you could just make the glazed tater tots. Those alone are pretty damn good. So check them out, but definitely try this recipe. Let me know what you think about it. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. If there's something that you want to see, drop a comment below. And hey, I release new recipes every single week, so subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. I'm just gonna have some Tatchos. So I'm gonna use their Sriracha hot sauce to make a delicious Sriracha-Glazed Tater Tot. Nope, so close.